Hi, I'm Dave from Stable Vehicle Contracts, and today we're going to show you a VW Golf R Estate. Now, before we get started, I just want to point out this is not a paid advertisement of any sort, anything like that. So maybe we can have a little flashing light there saying not paid. Right, so these are just our honest opinion, what we like about these cars, what we don't like about these cars. But also we want to hear what you think about these cars as well. So if you use the comment section to tell us what you like about this Golf R Estate and also what you don't like about it as well, let us know. And also if there's any cars you want us to look at in the future, tell us in the comment section and we'll try and get them for you. So there's a couple of things which stand out to me on this car, apart from the fact about the engine. Everyone's talked about the engine, so I'm not going to bother mentioning that because we all know what's under there, so I don't think I need to go into any detail about that. So I'm going to look at a couple of the things that maybe other people have missed and you've missed on this car. So the first thing, if you come round to the back, we'll take a look at that. So we're going to focus right towards the bottom here. So with the Golf R Estate, you're going to get this black rear diffuser, which sets off really well against this pure white paint. Also, you're getting these twin chrome oval exhaust tailpipes as well, which again, just really with a sporty car like the Golf R, which really just sets it off very nicely. So I'm a big fan of these. I think they look really well alongside the black diffuser. So I love those tailpipes. Like I say, I think they get missed quite a bit, so I wanted to point them out. The other thing I really like on this particular car is the pure white paint. Golf R's, especially in the hatchback, but also in the Estate, this sort of the go-to colour appears to be the Lease blue. It's sort of like that is a firm favourite with a lot of people taking up the Golf R, be it Estate and hatchback. I really like this this pure white. I think it does it a lot of justice in the Estate version, and just again it's a bit different to the standard Lease blue. We did a video a little while ago where we saw a Lease blue in a pure white and a deep black Golf R Estate, so we'll link up to that somewhere and you can see what I mean by just looking a little bit different being in the pure white to those sort of everyday colours you see. So also this car by the way is completely standard, so everything you see on this car is just standard from the factory. There's no additional cost options on there, it's completely just a standard car. These are the 18-inch wheels that come as standard, Cadiz alloys. You can upgrade to 19-inch, I think it's 3 different choices which are each around just under £1,000. I don't think you need to. I think they look perfectly good as they are. I wouldn't spend the money for the upgrade alloys myself. What I would potentially spend money on the Golf R Estate above the standard spec are two things. One, and I have mentioned it in previous posts, but I'm a big fan of a rear camera. I would possibly look at adding one to this. And also, especially if we're going for the pure white and saving money on a metallic paint, then the other thing I would add to it over above the standard spec is the panoramic glass sunroof as well. I think it's a great feature, but again with the white paint it just sets it off really well and looks really good. So I would consider, if I was going for a Golf R Estate, I would consider adding the rear camera and the pan roof as well to it. But so if we step inside the car, so one of the criticisms with the Golf R Estate in the interior, there's not many in all honesty, is these piano black inlays here, the finish. It looks really well, but it does show up fingerprints and dust very easily. So if you're a bit of a car cleaning buff and you love spending hours every weekend getting your car nice and shiny, then it's not a problem. If you're not into that, then it is going to show up fingerprints, dust and so on pretty easily. So the only other thing which is levelled at the Golf R is, although this looks fantastic, just this section of the car, this section of the dash is a little bit plasticky and a little bit basic. I'm not sure if they could have finished that in a little bit more of a solid plastic as opposed to this sort of like ripply that you get in most of the Golfs. But very, very minor criticisms there with this. as standard, this comes with this 8-inch Discover Nav colour screen here, which I think we're going to start seeing a lot of manufacturers try and remove the physical buttons from the car and go to more of a touchscreen, fully touchscreen interface. It's a brave step to take, and obviously VW have done it to a degree here, but there is still a lot of physical buttons. But you are starting to see this coming in cars as we go on in the future, that they're just going to be going away from removing, or going towards removing these physical buttons and having everything on this touch screen. Really responsive screen. Does take a little bit of getting used to when you drive in to sort of find all the buttons that you need. But all in all, it's a great screen and works really well. With also a standard, you get this active info display, which is Audi's version of the VW's version rather of Audi's virtual cockpit. Very similar. We're going to do a feature video on the active info display, which we're going to link up somewhere for you to have a look at as well. Not quite as good as Audi's, but very good nonetheless. But like I say, we are going to do a feature video on that shortly. Now, one of the major concerns I think with owning a car such as the Golf R, S3 and so on is its fuel efficiency. Now, I appreciate that that's not the reason you're buying this car, is for its fuel efficiency, but it's something that you have to bear in mind and think about when you are purchasing or leasing one of these vehicles, because you don't want to get something which you're going to be every other day you're going to be filling up. So VW claimed that this vehicle combined will do 40.4 mpg. Okay, so Phil he's filming this. This is his car. So he's had it. When did you get this car?
About 2 months ago.
Right. Okay. 2 months ago. So you've had a good time to bed it in.
Yep.
Run it. So VW say 40.4 is combined. You don't thrash this car around, do you?
No,
really?
not much now.
Do you?
Most of it's on 30-mile-an-hour roads.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'd stick to 30 mile an hour.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Right, so let's see what Phil's managed to achieve in this car. So, if we go to the active info display here.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. We're going to go to the Discover Media.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we can see here is Phil, in his 2 and a bit months, has done 1,482 miles, averaging 17 miles per hour. So you're really taking full advantage of this engine, and driven it for a total of 84.58 hours. Very interesting information, as you can see. But this is what we're looking at here. What is Phil's average MPG? So VW claimed 40.4, and Phil's actually achieved 31.4, which I don't think is too bad really. Are you happy or disappointed with that? Did you look at when you got this car? Did you look at the average MPG? Did you take it into consideration?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. For a big 2-litre engine, I don't think you could get much better than that. And then when you are doing motorway miles, it does creep up.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're cruising at 70, it does creep up to like 45 odd. Yeah. It's just because I'm obviously in a lot of start stuff.
Yeah, you're doing a lot more in-town journeys, aren't you? So you're probably not getting it's best. So it's pretty good, really, isn't it? So that's. If we look here, since there's a lot of cool little features on here, especially if you're into your statistics and so on with cars. So there's a lot you can get out of this, which I say we're going to try and feature for you in the video. But since refueling, you've actually improved your MPG and got it up to 34.9.
Yeah.
So I think, like what you said, Phil, is for the actual engine that's in this car, this 2-litre petrol, which is a really quick car. That is not bad, and it's not the major, factor in your major purchasing decision. Was its MPG. So it's pretty impressive, really.
Yep.
Happy with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
So thanks very much for watching. We've hoped you have enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribed. And if you don't follow us on Instagram, you need to do that right now. So go over to @StableLease and check us out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.